What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Told somebody on here I was going to do it. Listen, man, just get to the point briefly. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. They was it was only just say a round and a half, just about because it ended like 2:37 in the second round. Look, it when I didn't know what to expect in this fight. Um, Conor was the heavy favorite. He beat Dustin before, knocked him out in the first round. This time, it's like, okay, a lot of people thought it was gonna be the same thing. Dustin was, saying, no, no, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different this time. So, Conor was promising another first round. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round, easy, right? First round, Conor was he was taking it to him, and he was getting them. He was catching him with some shots. Dustin was taking them though, and so he survived the first round. Second round, and he started catching Conor with some vicious leg kicks, and pretty much to sum it up, he knocks him out. He gets the TKO, and when he clipped Conor, like Conor was like, you could see he got rocked, but then too it was like he had no defense. He had no movement. At the end of the fight, Conor said, he said, "No, my legs are dead." He's like, "It's dead," and it's like, I mean, he was punching that leg, and I don't know, Conor, he wasn't getting out the way of it, but he warmed down. So, now people are looking at, that Dustin, Poirier versus Michael Chandler, who came from Bellator. He knocked out, Dan Hooker, Dan the Hangman Hooker. So maybe that fight happens next. Who knows? I don't know. Everybody keeps calling Khabib's name, man. It's like Khabib, the way they do Floyd in boxing. They constantly, do you want to fight Floyd, or Floyd comes out of retirement? Khabib is retired. I haven't heard anything. I don't know. I personally haven't heard Khabib say anything about coming out of retirement. They keep saying if he comes out, this guy want to fight him. If he comes out, so personally, I think that Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler will be a good fight. You know, as far as Conor, I don't what I don't like to say what a person should or shouldn't do, because I can't speak for them. I don't know what they feel inside. But from my standpoint of just looking at what's going on, what I will say, okay, I think it hurt fighters, especially when a fighter loses. A guy once a guy when a fighter lose and they take so much time off to come back, it's like most of the time it doesn't even make a difference. You know, um, of course he got to let his legs heal. You know, but I mean, I think that honestly, it would be wise if his hunger is still there. If it was just one of those like, hey, he just lost. But if it's the type of thing where Connor's starting to lose his edge, he's starting to slip. I mean, he would have some thinking to do. He'll him and his team will come up with what's best for him. But it hurt fighters when if it's just a thing like they just lost a fight, just had a bad night, or basically they just wasn't the better man. That guy was just better, whatever. But if you can get that grit that you need, if you can, dig down and, okay, no, now I'm gonna do what I didn't do last time. If it's still there, and a lot of times fighters don't know till they get in that ring, and then that's how they find out. But if it's a thing where his confidence isn't shaken, um, and this is the first time he's been knocked out in the octagon, so this is all his other fights is by submission that he lost. So it's like I don't think it helps him to be out the ring and just not be active. The less active you are, he doesn't, it doesn't help you to just sit back and wait and wait. Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Stay in shape, keep it going. Keep it going. Let your body heal. Whatever injuries you might have sustained or whatever pain, heal. But get back in there. Don't take another year off, year and a half, 2 years. It doesn't help you. And he made a ton of money fighting Floyd Mayweather. And a lot of times, once fighters get comfortable, they get to that point where I don't even have to fight no more. A lot of times, they lose that hunger. And if that money is motivation, they'll keep that hunger because I want more of this. I want these. That the thought of them not being able to get these multi-millions again is like, nah. So, hey, whatever the motivation is, people got to understand this is fighting and you want to win fights. Okay, but it's still a business. And that's how you win. You make money, you win. You keep winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that this fight right's kind of off, but um, Conor doesn't have that aura of invincibility anymore. He lost that a long time ago, and now, losing this fight, I'm not saying I don't know where he stands, okay, but if he goes and stay out the ring for another year and a half, 2 years, whatever, it doesn't help. I never understand why people do that. I mean, we've seen it happen to several fighters. I can name a bunch of them. They lose and they just disappear for long periods of time, and they come back and they lose again. Or if they win, they look bad in that win. It's like you need to stay in shape and keep going, man. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Even if you take a lesser opponent, you understand what I'm saying? But just get some rounds or whatever. But just keep it going. Now, if he feels different, like, nah, I need to step away, then that would probably be the best thing to do. Because jumping back in there, and like I said, I don't know how he feels inside. I know at the end of the fight, I saw in the hallway they were passing, and Conor tells him, hey, good fight, Dustin, and good job, Dustin. Dustin tells, hey, you too, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all good, man. They did what they had to do. They did their job. Go their separate ways. Go on. And what's next for Dustin? Of course, he won the fight, so that's more of anticipation. What's next for him? For Conor, it's more like, that question is there, but it's like, which direction does he go? Because he came out on the losing end. So there's no actual opponent we're thinking about because, hey, he lost. But just stay active, stay busy. That's what I think fighters should do. Not wait, sit around and, like I said, he made all that money, man. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. We saw the same thing happen to Ronda Rousey, man. We seen the same thing happen. What's my man name? Kid Chocolate. When he when it lost and disappeared for like years, like what came back and looked terrible. Terrible. I'm just giving a few examples, but looked terrible, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what kind of mental state is where he stands, but if he feels confident, and to me, in training, if you're improving or not. If you still got it or not. Now they're giving you easy training to a fighter to try to build your confidence and stuff like that. That also is misleading. I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know where he goes from here, but like I said, if he's going to continue to fight, which he didn't give any indication about retiring, but if he's going to continue to fight and you feel like, what, that was his night, I'll be back, keep it going, man. Don't disappear and sit back and wait and let so much time go by, and basically you just end up coming back and then getting your ass whooped again. Come back and win and look bad, and that doesn't do anything for you. So anyway, that's how UFC 257 went down. Shout out to Dustin. Poirier, he did what he had to do, man. I want to see him and Michael Chandler next. Look, that's all I'm going to say in this video. I will catch y'all on the next one.